Deep within the heart of the ancient forest, where sunlight filters through the dense canopy in golden shafts, a massive lion lay sprawled across the earth. He was a mountain of fur and muscle, his rhythmic breathing rustling the dry leaves like a gentle wind. Every breath he took seemed to command the very air around him. Nearby, a tiny mouse scurried through the undergrowth, her whiskers twitching with excitement. Her small eyes were fixed intently on a trail of fallen seeds. Oblivious to the danger that lay just inches away, she moved with frantic, jerky steps, focused only on her tiny prize, unaware she was approaching the king of the woods. The mouse did not see the golden mound ahead. In her haste, she sprinted directly across the lion's sensitive nose. The effect was instantaneous. The lion jolted awake, his massive head snapping up as a roar shook the surrounding trees. Before the mouse could even turn to flee, a heavy, velvet-lined paw pinned her to the dirt. The lion stared down, his golden eyes narrowing with irritation. The mouse shook violently. Her tiny paws pressed against the coarse fur of his leg. "Forgive me, mighty one," she squeaked, her voice trembling with pure terror. "Please, I did not mean to wake you. If you let me go, I promise I will find a way to repay your mercy one day." The lion tilted his head back, his great mane vibrating as a deep, rumbling laugh escaped his chest. The idea that such a pathetic, microscopic creature could ever help the king of beasts was the funniest thing he had ever heard. "You? Repay me?" he chuckled, the sound like grinding stones. He wasn't hungry, and his mood had shifted from anger to genuine amusement. With a flick of his tail, he lifted his paw. "Go then, little speck. Run before I change my mind." He watched with a smirk as the tiny creature vanished into the deep shadows of the ferns, disappearing in a flash of gray fur. Days passed, and the forest's peace was suddenly shattered by the sharp metallic snap of a hunter's trap. The lion had been prowling his territory when he stepped into the hidden snare. He lunged forward to escape, but thick hemp ropes coiled around his powerful limbs, pulling him tight against a sturdy tree trunk. He thrashed with all his might, his claws tearing uselessly at the air, but the knots only grew tighter with every movement. Realizing he was truly caught, he let out a desperate, guttural roar of agony and frustration that echoed through the entire valley, a cry for help that he never expected would be answered. Hidden in the brush, the mouse froze. She recognized that voice. It was the roar of the giant who had spared her life. She did not hesitate for a second. Bolting toward the noise, her tiny legs became a blur of motion. Reaching the clearing, she saw the mighty lion pinned to the ground, helpless and defeated. She climbed onto the thickest, most stubborn rope and sank her sharp teeth into the fibers. One by one, the strands began to fray and snap under her persistent gnawing. The lion watched in silent awe as his heavy bindings slowly fell away. With one final, determined pull, the net collapsed, and the king was free once more. The lion stood up, shaking off the debris. He looked down at the mouse, who stood panting at his feet. No longer laughing, the lion lowered his head in a gesture of profound respect. The mouse climbed onto his shoulder, and together, the great and the small walked into the deep forest.